let's talk about why I don't think Rock Lee was wasted potential.
Okay, I have to respectfully disagree with like the rest of the video. Not saying that she's wrong entirely. I definitely think that the fandom harps on like the core themes, but Lee is wasted potential. Alongside every other character in Naruto that is not Sasuke, Naruto, or maybe Kakashi. Because let's think about Lee in his introduction. Lee was this weird ninja who we got to meet when we really didn't know much about the other Genin. Right after the Land of Waves arc, there was so much curiosity around what the other ninjas can do, especially after we watched Zabuza and Haku. And Lee just folded Sasuke like it was nothing. And then we find out that he can only use taijutsu. It was like, oh my gosh. The cool thing about early Naruto is that you could have a favorite character that was not one of the main three in Team 7, and that was awesome because they were all fleshed out with their own motivations. Like, even Tenten wanted to be a kunoichi like Tsunade. Like, everybody had their thing. And Lee's rivalry with Neji was his thing. So a core theme of Naruto, I think the fandom misconstrued that it was hard work versus talent. That wasn't Naruto's Nindo. Naruto wanted to be respected by the village, but Lee's Nindo was to show that hard work beats talent. That's Lee's thing. And that was best represented by his rivalry with Neji. And yes, it was a rivalry. That ultimately went nowhere, which is why people say it was wasted potential. Because after his fight with Gaara, which is arguably one of the best fights in Naruto, period, and then his fight with Kimimaro, Lee doesn't do anything in the story. And it's not because, Kishimoto just dropped Lee to the wayside, I think on purpose. I think that the story, though, that he began to write didn't have other characters in mind. It was so closely tied to Naruto and Sasuke in their relationship that there wasn't any room for other people's relationships. So that rivalry with Neji, where even Neji was surprised at Lee's capabilities and Lee's own personal Nindo saying that he wants to prove that he can be a splendid ninja too, that never showed up again ever. Even in the war arc, Lee is cursing his own weakness, and okay, he kicked Madara, but that doesn't really give him a moment to shine. The series proper ends with Lee just kind of being a full-fledged adult. All of the rest of the Konoha Genin are just full-fledged adults, and their stories don't go anywhere. And it's not just Lee's story that just drops. Less than half of these characters' plot lines really go anywhere. And we're not going to talk about the way that he did the Kunoichi. Ultimately, yes, they have their moments. But I do think that it's fair to say that a lot of these characters were wasted potential. Especially that one.